If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cutler of true art and true science. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. The world as we've created it is a process. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. The release of atom power has changed everything except our way of thinking. The solution to this problem lies in the heart of if only I had known I should have become a watchmaker. One thing I have learned in a long life, that all our science measured against reality is primitive and childlike, and yet it is the most perilous thing we have. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. A person who made a mistake never tried anything new. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Education is what remains after has forgotten what one has learned in school. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who don't do anything about it. Great spirits have always encountered opposition from mediocre minds. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The only source of knowledge is experience. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. The whole of science is nothing more than a refinement everyday thinking. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. Common sense is the collection of prejudice acquired by age 18. I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious. All religions, arts and science are branches of the same tree. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Concern for man and his fate must always be from the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the mindset of your diagram and equations. The search for truth is more perilous than its possession. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment will prove me wrong. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Before God, we are all equally wise and equally foolish. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Intellectuals solve problems, and geniuses prevent them. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Possession of outward means implies the threat of limitation. A sated desire breeds new desire.